Oh, yeah, that's really not good. Ah, shit. Oh, man. Alright, next day now. Not as nice out as it has been. You know, it's actually fairly cool. You can see I got a hat partially to keep the hair in check while I'm working and not get it filthy. It rained. But yeah, so my ma managed to mess up a tire real good. It was flat. So, go and jack this thing up. Put another tire on it. Doesn't really have a good set of tires, so now she's gonna be rocking like 2 good winters-ish, a good summer and a meh, something else. We'll see. Alright, I'm gonna go hair up another tire to the right spec, put it on. This tire's a little worn, but it's all I got, so if I was smart, I would just lower the jack a little bit. Alright, gonna use the Johannes von Guten type method. My arms are precisely calibrated to somewhere between 65 and 80 foot-pounds if I want. What's most important is just to have them all even and not loose. Mission accomplished. Wait. Almost forgot. 4 to 5. Better than 0. Oh, I gotta move this thing too. Anyway, I was gonna work more on that right meow, but I'm feeling kind of crap and I gotta go eat something else first. Alright, it's a while later. I kind of felt sick for some reason, so I went in and ate and relaxed for a bit, but even though it's getting late, I'm gonna do my damnedest to actually get this trans out today. We'll see. It always takes longer than planned. Hit a problem like having to deal with that badly done shifter bearing mod on this thing. So you know, anyway, carrying on. Well, this is weird. I'm working on the car. When I go to open the door, hear a weird cracking. This little piece of trim kind of popped away and then got hung up in there. Pushed on this. So that's kind of annoying. I guess I'm gonna try to like bend this back out with a hook and stuff, and then make sure it sits flush. Alright, I didn't want to mess with this anymore without showing y'all, but I mean that looks a little bit bad too. I'll have to grind that down and weld it and that. But mostly the big problems are that one's a bad one. Shut up, alarm. Yeah, that's really not good. 'Cause that's an upper control arm mount. So I'll have to kind of take that upper control arm out. How does that even... I guess it's just the bolt up above. That one right there. Which looks fine there. Till you go underneath. But that's like a... Well, this car is scrap kind of injury. Until you weld the f*** out of it. But... Anyway, what I actually came down here to show you was just this, which isn't nearly as important, but just seam sealer and, oh, that clip doesn't stay there, and there we go, yep, it keeps going. Oh man, you know, it's times like these you think to yourself, yeah, I should probably get another shell. But, you know, guess who doesn't have money for that? Plus, I'd like to save this car, you know? I just kind of want to. So it's gonna take a lot of welding, and I'll have to replace a lot of stuff. But I'm still gonna try. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for this vlog. This does go up in here, by the way. I'm sure if I push hard enough I could find a spot to go through. There you go, you can see it moving. Ta-da! Oh man, just lost a huge section. This is weird. I wonder why they rust this badly, because like this is just like sheet metal, you know? I guess it's 2 layers together, and that's why. Traps all the water in between. So I'm gonna have to re-weld the top layer first, and then go back in and do the bottom layer. Just keeps going. Look at that. So this all has to be done from the wheel well, obviously. But I just keep losing more and more car, you know? So I'm expecting a whole bunch of comments that say, just get another shell. But, you know, I'll go until I accept defeat, which is probably going to be quite a long time. You know, at some point, you would hope to find solid metal, right? At some point. This is fairly solid, but it's rusty as shit. Alright, now before I keep pulling rust off my car, like that. Oh god, look at this. It's underneath all the undercoating. All this rust. And that luckily isn't actually that bad. It's just surface. But didn't I say before I keep pulling rust off the car? Oh man, this part's all trash. 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 Ah, shit. Alright. This part I'm not going to mess with too much, but I'm willing to bet I can just pull this mount out. So, you know. There's a solid hunk of metal in here. It's like a little tower. So the good thing is that gives me something to weld around, so I can keep it in the same place. So what I'll probably do is cut out up here, weld in this, and keep going. Alright. At any rate, the transmission is not quite out. I just keep finding more and more little things to do. You know, the shift linkage just delayed me. Slave cylinder just barely I found out is cracked. This is turning out to be a real classic project car, huh? Just like everything is wrong. Everything. See, this gives me a nice starting point. Oh, nope, I lied. Why do I keep playing? Oh my god. It just, here's that seam sealer that didn't work worth a damn. Oh man. And this is solid at some point. I'm assuming this will come if I try hard enough. There we go. The seam sealer. Alright. The good thing is I'm not even really disheartened by this, because I already knew this was the case. I mean, I didn't know it was quite this bad, but I already knew it was really bad, and I was already knowing that I was going to have to replace this entire area above and underneath. Oh yeah, I definitely don't want this here anymore. Fuck this metal plate. And I knew that it was all going to have to go, you know what I mean? And the only thing I didn't know about was this mounting point. But what I am happy about is that I can reinforce this before I move the car. and keep it in place. And as long as I can do that, I can save it. And obviously, most of this looks good, you know, so there's still parts that can be saved. And eventually down here it gets solid. A lot of this just needs to be cleaned up, and I will weld seams and such. But, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot to be done. But getting it running and driving first, you know, which obviously includes things like that need to be done, is my priority. And this side isn't nearly as bad there, but has its own issues, you know? Anyway, so I'm pretty confident the transmission will for sure come out tomorrow. I had to cut off an exhaust bolt so I can remove the transfer case, and then it's all just the transmission mount bolts and the transmission bolts to the block itself, and yeah, it'll be good. The good news is, no matter what with this car, even if I decide this shell is done for, is that I still don't get screwed by this car, because for what I paid for it, the engine is worth that much money. And I could always find a shell, although that would have to be put off as a project. But I'm going to plan to try to save it. Y'all can hate if you want. Haters going to hate. But that's what I want to do, so that's what I'm going to try to do. You know, there have certainly been more miraculous recoveries before, especially in the classic car world. And this car actually isn't that far off from being a classic, really. 5 more years. Okie dokie. Thanks for watching me, everybody. This ended up being a lot longer than I planned, because it was just me dismantling rust. But I was going to add it to the end of another vlog that covered yesterday, but now I think that's going to be way too long, so I think I'll make it into 2 separate vlogs. But so for tonight, I got to do the vlog from yesterday, and another 10 Days of Subaru video. Sorry, 10 Days of Wicked Big Meat. And then you will get a full vlog of this nonsense the next day, which should also be the day that the transmission is out. So I might add on to the end of this real quick. But thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Just going to lean on my control arm here. Have a good one. Alright, far nicer day out. The transmission is actually going to come out. I am quite confident. I just wanted to say, if any of you made it through that entire rusty section, just leave a comment down below that says, I know how you did the trick. That's what I want. So then I'll know who got to the end. If you skipped, that's okay too. You can cheat. But I'd like to know. Tell me if you cheated. Thanks so much, everybody. Video on this coming very soon. This is probably going to be the earliest I've ever released a vlog in the day. So hope you enjoyed it more than I did. Later.